Hello everyone. So today we will have IELTS writing task 2. This one is very easy because do not accept it is a hard one, and you don't have to know a lot of theories, and you need to just practice with me. And now I'm going to give you overall structure and the common um, information about IELTS writing task 2. Now let's start. So, first of all, um, the question will consist of two elements. First of all, it is the statement on topic. For example, nowadays more people are choosing to socialize online rather than face to face. So it means you will have this kind of statement that what is happening in the world, okay, and the below this one you will have the question. So we have the question here: is it a positive or negative development? So this is the question. You need to answer this question, and of course, as we know, in as like listening and reading and writing one and speaking, we have the type of questions. Look at this. So we have five type of questions, and these ones are just the discussions. Is it like discussion is different? However, the structure, idea generation is all the same thing. Okay, first of all, you will have a opinion essay. They will ask you like, Mr. Sim, do you agree or disagree with this statement? For example, read this one. Nowadays more people are choosing to socialize online rather than face to face. So like, do you agree or disagree? You need to answer this question. Okay, next one is discussion essay. For example, they're going to ask you discuss the both negative and positive um, um, sides of this essay. So you need to discuss the negative and the positive outcomes. Next one, we have a problem solution essay or causes. So this one is a little bit different from others type of questions, because in this one sometimes they will come as a problem or causes, or problem solution, or causes and the solution. So I'm going to show you, don't worry. So next one we have a disadvantages and advantages. So it is they're going to ask you, so this trend is a positive, or I mean this like, is it a positive I mean this is like what like show us, like they're going to ask you what is the advantages and disadvantages of socializing online. They're going to ask you, or sometimes they're going to ask you like, does the positive or does the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, яғни артық осы нәрсенің артықшылығы кемшілігінен қарағанда көп пе, немесе кемшілігі жаңағыдай артықшылығынан көп пе деген сияқты сұрақтар болуы мүмкін. Next one, we have a double essay. So double essay, so for example, it can be, so they're going to like combine. So they're going to ask you the problem and solution essay and opinion essay. They're going to be two questions. For example, here it's one question and second is question. So like, do you agree or disagree? They're going to ask you two questions. So it's not so all the complexity of the question types are like is the same, but you need to know how to address them. Okay, so the key guidelines: you need to at least write like 250 words. If you don't write, your band is going to be 5. And it's important, even you use the like a great vocabulary or grammar, you need to have at least 2005 and then 2250 words, and you need to use the formal languages, avoid informal expressions, and you cannot use the you in this writing. So you need to always, some people believe or the students believe. Okay, you cannot write you or we or I. Okay, sometimes you can use I, but not all the time. Okay, and you will have a 40 minutes, and you need to use this time effectively, wisely, and I will show you also how to use them. Okay, first of all, we have for example 100% like a score, so 66%, or it's going to be task 2, and 33% from task 1. So it is one, this one is very important. That's why you need to use 40 minutes for the task 1, task 2, and the 20 minutes for the task 1. So you need to start from you need to start doing task 2 first, because whenever you finish task 1 you will like see that your time is running. Okay, so you, if you will start like a writing task 1, so you will probably lose your time and run out of the sufficient time. So that's why all the time you need to start doing task second first. Okay, next one, step by step strategy. First, you need to analyze your questions. Okay, because it's important. You need to analyze and plan your answer like at least like 7 minutes. 7 minutes. So next one, writing introduction, it takes like 5 minutes. Writing body paragraphs, it takes like 15 minutes or 17 minutes. Then you will have also other 5 minutes. And we will have we have a 24/7 here, 24 minutes and 10. So you will have like a 6 minutes for checking your spelling. Okay, it's very important that you will use time effectively. Okay, next one. As I said before, we have this kind of type of questions: opinion essay, discussion essay, problem solution essay, advantages, disadvantages, and double question essays. Let me just introduce you all of them like a very deeply, precisely. Okay, so first of all, opinion essay, they're going to ask your opinion. For example, what do you think, or to what extent do you agree or disagree? To what extent дейміз, қаншалықты. For example, they're going to say agree or disagree. It's the important thing, and you need to explain it. Okay, for example, in the example 1, more money should be spent on protecting endangered species. Endangered дейміз, жойылып бара жатқан. So, do you agree or disagree with this one? Okay, so do you want to spend more more money on endangered animals and plants, or you don't agree? And the why not? Okay, and so in the working hours should be reduced to the automation. So like you're going to say I do agree, or I don't agree. So you have like two options. You cannot be neutral. You need to give your statement. You need to state one side. That's why it's important giving the opinion essay. So opinion essay is very very common in writing task 2, and personal I get opinion essay. So personally, it's okay to give your opinion. Some people just avoid giving opinion because they think it's not like a formal, but it is asking. They are requiring you to give your opinion. So that's why you need to give opinion in writing task 2. Next one, we have a discussion essay. So you will get like questions like that. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Because look at this, the question is like a little bit different, because you will have like a you'll have like two opinions. Like for example, imagine you were like playing a debate, and there is a Republic side and this opposite side, right? So so they're going to say we need to, for example, there is there is no homework or homework for children. So the one side that they support, there should be homework for the students, the children, and for the next side is going to say, they're going to say like no homework for children. So you need to discuss both views and give your opinion. So it is the interesting, and that's why you need to also know. And all the same, the words are same, so you need to give the and to discuss both views. It's very important. You cannot just like in a discuss in an opinion, you say, I take this side, but in this one you need to discuss both views and give your opinion. Sometimes they don't ask your opinion, so you don't have to give your opinion, okay? So it's important to think what they are asking in writing task 2. You cannot, for example, I'm doing here like that, but in your real IELTS, on a real IELTS test day, they're going to give you like both, discuss both views. Don't give your opinion. So you don't have to give your opinion. If they are asking, give your opinion, you have to. But if they are not asking, so you don't have to. Okay, it's important. Address every questions in a question. Okay, and we have a problem essays. So we have here three. For example, a cause and the consequences and solution. In Kazakh language, we have себеп, салдар, және шешім. Okay, causes is себеп. For example, is something happening. For example, there is a pollution. Okay, ластанып жатыр. You need to discuss causes, себептерін, and solution, how to solve them. And in a second type, you need to give the, you don't have to say that what is the causes, okay? Себеп не болғанын түсіндіру керек емес. Оның эффектісі қалай болып жатыр? Эффектісі қалай адамдарға әсер етіп жатыр? Салдарын түсіндіресіз. Адамдарға қалай әсер етіп жатыр Алматыға? And its solution, okay? You need to think about, okay, the pollution like causing a lot of problems, that, and how to solve them. And next one, the third one is the causes, себептері және шешімдері. So first one is, second one is, third one is, the first one is not same. There's a solution, but it's the consequences. What is going on? For example, you're going to, in the third type of question, you're going to say the pollution is going to because of this and salada. So it's one like kind of tongue twisting, okay? But don't worry, just think that what they're asking, okay? You are getting either of like three of them. For example, okay, in Kazakh language, so first of all, you're going to get себептер and қалай шешу. Second one, қандай салдары бар, қалай адамдар қалай әсер етіп жатыр, және жолдарын ұсыну, яғни шешу жолдары. And неліктен пайда болды, және оның қандай әсер етіп жатқанын түсіндіру. Okay, this is easiest part. So write on your paper, like a notebook, and whenever you get this kind of question, don't panic, just think about this one. Okay, good. Next one we have here, the more further, for example, causes and the solutions. What is the main factors of housing problem, and what can be done to reduce homelessness? Яғни бұл жерде айтып жатыр, жалпы негізгі факторлар қандай осы хаузинг проблеманы тудырып жатқан, және оның қандай осындай үйсіздікті қалай азайтсақ болады деген нәрсе болып тұр. So you need to identify the major issue, why the housing is major issue, and you need to suggest the solutions. Okay, next one, in a consequences and solution, you need to describe the negative effects. How the, for example, mobile phone use like affecting on like a people. It can be addiction, social isolation or distraction in school, such kind of things, or cyberbullying. So you need to like think about the negative effects. And next one, propose the ways of reducing. So you need to give the solution as well in this type of question. So next one, we have a cause and the solution. It's consequence and the solution here. So you need to think about like negative effects and consequences Oh, here, I'm sorry. This one is, repeat it one more time. So this is the causes and the consequences. So you need to think about causes and what was the like a main factor to cause them, to cause this problem, and explain consequences. What going like, what if we will continue doing this problem in the future, and what kind of negative effects we will have in the future. So you need to discuss these ones. So just stop and just write on your paper, on your like, explain yourself. It's kind of tongue twister. So next one we have a disadvantages, advantages. So in this one, so you're getting the one problem, you need to think about like a минусы и плюсы. Okay, this one is like taking a gap year. What is the advantages and disadvantages? Or sometimes you can get like this one. Do the benefits outweigh the drawbacks? Okay, яғни артықшылықтары оның кемшіліктерінен қарағанда көбірек пе деген сұрақтар кетуі мүмкін. Next one, double questions. Double questions is easy peasy. So why is this case? They're asking your the causes, because is the why. They're asking why, and the effect, benefit, and the solution. So they're going to ask you like two questions about the one problem. For example, they're going to ask you for example, they're going to ask you there is a no homework discuss those views, and disadvantages or advantages. So you're going to get like this kind of questions. So it's okay, don't panic, because if you panic, so you're going to lose your mind. Just think about how to address each questions. So in a writing task like a double question, you're going to get two questions, and it's okay. So it doesn't mean that it's hard. So and step-by-step strategy. So we learned how to analyze the questions, and further I'm going to analyze how to analyze is better efficiently. Okay, why the analyzing question is important? First of all, many students, they fail because they don't understand the question. Okay, because they don't read the question properly. They think like, this is a discussion, both views, and they're not asking your opinion, but you said, oh my god, I already all the time I wrote like my opinion in the discussion views questions, but in this time they're not asking you, so you don't have to like give your opinion if they are not asking. So unless they don't ask, yeah, they ask. So and a lot of people, like when they look at like read the question about internet, they, without reading the question, they're going to like talk about internet. It's for example, sometimes they could ask you like a problem and a solution, but you're talking about disadvantages, advantages. Okay, but they're talking about solution and the causes, but you're talking about discussion, discussion views or advantage, disadvantage. You need to be carefully what is asking about, like you need to be specific. You need to specifically answer, directly answer what is going on writing task 2. So don't recognize the question, do not recognize the question type. As I said before, if you don't understand the question, so you're going to ask like answer them wrongly. So you need to understand or misunderstand. Sometimes you can misunderstand the question completely. So that's why it's important to analyze the question, what they're asking, rather than like losing your 40 minutes for writing like a wrong answer. It's better to take your time, just 1 minute, to analyze the questions and how to analyze the questions easily. So first of all, you have 3 steps to analyzing any IELTS task questions. For example, identify the topic words. For example, they'll tell a general subject. Do you remember about homework and the homework? So it means there is the main topic is a homework, right? Giving homework. So in this case, it can be like internet, education, or do you remember about we had one like pollution, right? They're going to be like a general topic. It's just a one word. So like pollution. So next one, we have like we need to like narrow down, азайту керекпіз андай несін, аймағын азайту керекпіз. So we need to narrow down the focus. For example, they will have problems. Okay, the internet. Internet. We can talk about internet in a different situations. We can make it. We can praise them. We can praise internet, or we can talk about disadvantages, advantages. But in this case, they're talking about how the internet isolated us. Yeah, бізді қалай қоршаған ортадан бөлектейтін тұр айтып жатыр. So you need to talk about the isolating, not everything about the topic. So it's important to understanding the micro topic words. So next one we have instructional words. So it's like what kind of essay. So do you remember we have 5 types of question types in a writing task 2. It means you need to discuss about this one. So you need to think about the general words, general subject. Next one, the verb. Yeah, verb. What we're going to talk about. The what exactly we need to discuss. And next one, how to discuss on. Like, do we need to discuss both views, or do we need to talk about disadvantages, advantages, or do I have to give my opinion? So that's why the 3 things it's important for you. Okay, look at this. We're going to practice. Think, just a pause, and answer this question. Okay, just pause. Okay, I hope you paused. Now we're going to discuss. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the general topic. So the man and the woman are commonly seen as having different strengths and weaknesses. So the general topic is about man and the woman. Okay, man and the woman. This is the man and woman is the main topic. So then we have a narrow downing verbs, right? So is it right to exclude males or females from certain professions because of their gender? So they're talking about excluding, яғни кейбір мамандықтар еркектерге немесе әйелдерге ғана арналған ба деген не болып тұр, сұрақ болып тұр. So excluding male and the female from certain profession because of gender. Okay, so this is the important case, the important things that's about. It's about, this is the specific topic. So we're not going to talk about their logic or their sensitivity or their social skills. We're talking about gender equality, to be honest. And do we have and here the question type is it right? So it means they're asking your opinion, guys. It's opinion. So sometimes you will get this kind of thing. So they're not talking about give your opinion, but they ask you directly. So Miss Anelia, do you think this is a right or is a wrong? They're going to ask you, is it when they ask you a general question or specific question directly to you, it means your opinion. So we already talk about the general topic, narrowing down topic. In next one we have instructional. So we analyze different perfectly. Yeah, here. So what is that? Yeah, here woman and the man, exclusion, excluding. Несі бұл, yeah? Соответственно, is it right? So you need to give your opinion. Next one, please pause and think about this one. So I hope you paused, right? Now we're going to also discuss. So nowadays more and more people decide to live alone, especially in large cities. So general topic is living alone. Okay, and okay, next one we have a narrowing down topic. So they're talking about large cities. So this one is the second one. So is it positive or negative development? They're asking your opinion. So it's the opinion. So that's all. You can include any relevant example from your own experience or knowledge. So if you have sometime the this kind of like experience. You can just write about your experience, how you just moved from your city to the another to the city to study or work or to travel. So you're going to give your opinion like that. So next one, yeah, first, living alone, large cities, and give your opinion. That's all. Okay, thank you guys. Now